Hey everybody, Joe Grisafi here with some more Topps Project 2020 mail to open. Real quick, today is June 29th and I need a haircut because of COVID. And the cards released on Topps.com today are numbers 135 and 136, just so you know where this video stands in the timeline. And the two cards today are actually very attractive. The Cal Ripken is probably, may even be my favorite design so far. And the Tony Gwynn by Gregory Siff is pretty attractive too. Today's Ripken is by Matt Taylor, who I have not really been a fan of. I've been indifferent, but this one's really good. As far as the market goes, I'm not following it very closely, but I know the current run of cards, numbers 100 through today, are readily available for $20 or less. So don't overpay if you're just getting in. Don't overpay for the new stuff. You can get it very cheap, in some cases less than you would have paid when it was new on Topps.com. And I'm just learning about a site called twinsjake.com. I'll put it on the video here. I'll put it on the screen. And I may start pre-ordering from them too. They're selling the new cards that are available on Topps right now. Jake is selling them for $16 a piece, which is the best price I've seen for a single card. And I think I'm going to order some of the current crop, today's, and probably some this week from him to save a little money, because I don't necessarily want to buy 5 or 10 anymore. If I'm going to buy a single card or two, I'm going to go to Twins Jake and give him a try. And I'll, of course, update you when those come, should I do that. Anyway, let's get to my mail. I have what I believe is an eBay order here. I believe this is going to be Willie Mays or Jackie Robinson, two cards that I missed. I just blanked out and didn't order that particular day. I'm going to open it and then I'll tell you what I paid and what I could have paid if I had waited and not felt any urgency to get them. So I bought 2 of each, whatever this is. There's going to be 2 of them. And he only gave me 1 bubble wrap bag. It's okay. I have an abundance of it. And it didn't really need to be packed better than this. Okay, so nice looking boxes here. Nice looking black boxes. And this is Mr. Cartoon's Jackie Robinson. I missed this when it was first available on Topps.com, and I paid $32 for it on eBay, and I think I paid shipping as well, and of course tax. And I bought 2 of them. Now I can get this for $20 shipped. So I put an urgency on getting this card that didn't exist. I could have held out and saved myself $30 for the pair. There he goes. And I got 2 that are not centered very well. I'm just going to write it off as experience and not feel any urgency to buy a card that I missed and just grab it for $20 later. I had been reading that Mr. Cartoon's cards were getting hot. And that may be true for the early stuff, but this was overbought. So the Jackie Robinsons are readily available for $20. If you can't find it for $20, join the Facebook group Project 2020, Topps Project 2020. There's about 4,000 people in the group, so you'll know you found the right one. And people are selling this stuff daily at a deep discount, at a loss. Like I said, for this, I could get this Jackie Robinson for $20 shipped now. So I'm confident that if I decide to sit out because of finances, if I decide to sit out of buying for a while, that I can catch up without spending a whole lot more than what I would have had I bought it new. So if you're spending $20 a pop on Topps.com right now, I would not hesitate to, if you think you need to sit it out, I would not hesitate to sit it out, in my opinion, because anything that's current can probably be found for $20 to $25 in the near future. Now, production runs, print runs have fallen, to 4,000 to 6,000 regularly. An exception would be the Derek Jeter Ben Baller version release that had a 64,000 print run, but he was also offering an expensive piece of jewelry to one fortunate buyer, so there was an incentive to buy that. So I think I only bought one of the Derek Jeter Ben Ballers because there's going to be so many of them, there's no chance to flip that for a profit in the near future. I got one of these Jackie Robinsons will be for my personal collection. The other sell or trade later if I need to. And this is, moving on, this is Topps.com mail, but I don't think it is Project 2020. It's too light to have the black box in it. It's going to be either Garbage Pail Kids, Wacky Packages, or I turned back the clock I got from Topps now because buying all these cards from Topps, I'm collecting Topps loyalty points at the highest level. So my points are accumulating. So I have the ability to get a lot of these Topps Now cards for free. They're just not, because there's no baseball season yet, there's just not a lot of choices. Okay, this is Wacky Packages, and that's all it is. If you buy from someone else, if you buy a Project 2020 card from someone else, you're not accumulating loyalty points from Topps, if that's important to you. So if I do go to Twins Jake, of course, he's getting the loyalty points and he's getting the chance for the 1/1 gold border card. And that's the payoff. That's the payoff he's making with selling them so cheap. He's taking the chance to get the big money card. Real quick, let's take a look at this. One Wacky Packages, Band Ape. And let's see, this was June series, week 1. I think I'm getting all of the June series, and then my birthday month is July. So I will be getting all of the July stickers for Wacky Packages and Garbage Pail Kids. Moving on to this big box here. My number 88 Griffins should be showing up. I ordered way too many, like many people did, so I will be either sitting on those for a very long time or selling for a loss. I'll probably sell a handful for a loss just to keep the cash flow. I don't think they're all in here because I ordered more than this box would hold, sadly. And let's see what is in here. Oh, by the way, if you saw my last video, I mentioned that I got shorted by Topps for one Mark McGwire card, and one of my Don C. Frank Thomases were damaged, and I called Topps twice last week, or this week. No, it's Monday, so twice last week. On Thursday, I called.
Thank you for calling Topps Customer Service Department. For Bazooka Candy Brand, Topps Confectionery Division, please press 1. We are sorry, we are temporarily closed due to a technical issue. We will reopen as soon as possible. Thank you.
And then Friday, I called and they said the offices were closed. Second day in a row I've called.
Thank you for calling Topps Customer Service Department. For Bazooka Candy Brand, Topps Confectionery Division, please press 1. Our offices are currently closed. Our normal business hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, there you have it.
Please call back during our normal business hours, and a customer service representative will be happy to help you.
Closed on Friday.
Or send in.
So I have no resolution to that yet, and I only got an automated response from my emails to say that they got it, that they received my email. So I have no resolution to that yet. I'm tempted to call my credit card company and ask for a refund for those 2 cards and let Topps deal with it later. I don't need the replacements. I don't want them at this point. I would love to have my money back. But I will update you with that when I get a resolution. And hopefully I may remember to put their phone calls in here. I may not, and just save it for later. Okay, let's look at this box. Had a stack of paper on top, which is good. And this is going to be my Matt Taylor Frank Thomas and my Ermsy Bob Gibson. All right. Let's take a look. And again, like I did before, I will open them until I show you one of each. And then I will open the rest off camera so you're not bored with me opening 20 cards. If something special happens, if there's a comment that I want to make, I'll add on to the end of this. So I'm going to jump right in here and see what we've got. This, what numbers are these? Okay, Frank Thomas, poorly centered. This is card number 83, so my Griffins, I would think, might be here this week. Yeah, it's a very poorly centered card. Can you see that? Now, I did like Matt Taylor's at first when I'm looking at the design. I'm slowly associating the artist's name with the style. I did like Matt Taylor's early Ricky Henderson. That was one of my favorites out of the gate when I started collecting these. But it's wearing out on me. This isn't anything special in my opinion. Can you see that? See how badly centered that is? It's not terrible, but we're going to have to be picky. If you're buying these from individuals, you want to see the card that you're getting, because condition and centering is going to be critical if you're collecting these in the hopes that they increase in value, because so many are off center. Other collectors, something you got to factor in when you're reselling, and there's damage on the corner there. That's too bad. It's off center and a little bit of damage on the corner there. You're not going to be able to see it on camera. All right. Disappointing. And going right in here. You know, pulling a 1-1 would make all this worthwhile. And I don't know if I would keep it. If I got that 1-1, I'm pretty sure I would sell that sucker. And the Gibson is... Okay, yeah, I like this one. What is that? There's something on it. It looks like it was miscut. Nope, that's a bubble on the card. Son of a gun. You can't see it on camera, but down here there's a flaw in the card. And I don't know if it's bad enough that Topps would do anything about it. Cover my face so I'm just not just staring at you. So I'm back. I've opened everything, and I just want to be fair to Topps. I just wanted to report back that I have 10 Frank Thomases today and 10 Bob Gibsons, and 4 of the Frank Thomases are fairly well centered. I know I complained earlier in the video that the first one was off center, but these are within my range of acceptability. So one of those will go into my personal collection. And these aren't terrible, but, and it may be difficult to see on camera. But this one's probably the worst of the bunch. And the rest, again, aren't terrible. But I got 4 that I'd be very happy with. And the Gibsons, I got 3 that I'm very happy with. The centering looks really good. Now, this is a deceptive one as far as centering goes, because you don't have 100% white border. You have some bleed on the image. The plants in the upper right-hand corner and the left side bleed off the card. So you don't have 100% border around the image. So that makes me wonder, how important is centering to a card like this? I would assume it's the same issue. You want to have the white border all the same distance, all the same width, but visually, with that being off center, it's not terribly distracting because, first of all, the art is so busy, and you do have bleed, so your eyes don't necessarily notice the difference in the width along each border. I find that a positive thing as far as the design goes, because chances are if you're buying one card, you're probably going to get one that's off center, and if it's a busy design like this, it doesn't make the card, it doesn't affect the visual appeal of the card, in my opinion. As far as grading goes, who knows? I would assume they still want the width to be the same all the way around. But for your personal collection, if you only get one and it's a busy, colorful design like this, I don't think it's a terrible thing. I wouldn't complain about it on this card. But if it's a clean border like the Frank Thomas's and many of the other cards, I would be very disappointed if I only ordered one and got one that's way off center. These Akiro Solidines are, I think these were pretty bad as far as left and right centering goes. The top and bottom could be on purpose, but I haven't looked into this one to see if this is consistent with what everyone else is getting. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your likes and your comments and your subscriptions, and we'll see you on the next Topps Project 2020 mail call. Thank you. Goodbye.
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.